upbeat, investigative-style intro music fades in and out. Is the Iraqi dinar a secret gold mine waiting to explode, or just a financial fantasy? For years, investors have whispered about a massive revaluation that could turn a few $100s into a fortune overnight. The year is 2025 and the buzz is louder than ever. But what's the real story? Should you be buying Iraqi dinars right now? Stick with me, because we're about to cut through the hype and look at the hard facts. Let's quickly rewind. The Iraqi dinar, or IQD, has had a turbulent history. Introduced back in 1932, its value has been rocked by wars, sanctions, and political chaos. After 2003, a new dinar was issued, and the Central Bank of Iraq, or CBI, has been working to stabilize it ever since. Today, you'll find it trading at around 1,300 to 1,350 dinars for a single US dollar. This is where the story gets interesting. So, why does anyone believe this currency could suddenly surge in value? The theory of a dinar RV, or revaluation, has been a hot topic for over a decade. Believers point to a few key arguments. First, Iraq is sitting on the world's fifth largest oil reserves. That's a colossal amount of black gold, and some think this wealth will eventually back a much stronger currency. Second, Iraq is making moves. The government is pushing economic reforms, modernizing its banking system, and cracking down on corruption to attract foreign investment. As the country rebuilds and finds its footing, the logic goes, a stronger dinar is inevitable. Think about it. New infrastructure projects, energy deals, these could bring billions of dollars into the country, boosting demand for its currency. But before you rush off to find a currency dealer, let's hit pause and talk about the reality check. What do the experts say? Well, most financial analysts and economists will tell you to be extremely cautious. They see the dinar not as a solid investment, but as a highly speculative gamble. And here's the most important part. The Central Bank of Iraq itself has repeatedly stated it has no plans for a massive, sudden revaluation. Their focus is on slow, steady price stability and modernizing the financial system, not creating overnight millionaires. There are a few cold, hard truths to consider. The dinar's exchange rate is not determined by a free-floating global market like the euro or the yen. It's managed and controlled by the CBI. Iraq's economy, while improving, is still overwhelmingly dependent on oil and struggles with deep-rooted corruption. And perhaps most practically, you can't just hop onto a major forex platform and trade dinars. You have to go through specialized dealers, which brings its own set of risks. So, while the signs of progress in Iraq are real, the dream of a sudden revaluation to $1 per dinar is, for now, just that, a dream. So what does influence the dinar's future? It all boils down to a few key factors. First and foremost, oil prices. Iraq's entire government budget basically runs on oil exports. When oil prices are high, dollars flow in, foreign reserves grow, and the dinar gets stronger. When prices fall, the pressure is on. Political stability is another huge one. A stable, functioning government inspires confidence and attracts foreign investors. Any sign of conflict or instability can send that confidence plummeting. Then there's the CBI's monetary policy. The central bank is the one pulling the strings. Their recent push for digital banking and compliance with international financial laws is a great sign. It builds credibility and shows they're serious about reform. Finally, keep an eye on foreign investment. The more international companies that set up shop in Iraq's energy and infrastructure sectors, the more dollars will flow in, creating a natural, gradual demand for the dinar. These are the real indicators to watch, not the wild rumors you see online. Now, let's talk about the risks, and please pay close attention to this part. Investing in the dinar is not for the faint of heart. The biggest risk is low liquidity. It's not easy to buy, and it can be even harder to sell and convert back into dollars. Then there are the scams. The internet is filled with shady dealers and websites promising you the moon. They'll sell you on unrealistic profits and then disappear. Always be skeptical. The exchange rate is also highly vulnerable to political shocks in a very volatile region. And let me say it one more time. There is no guaranteed revaluation. The idea that it's a done deal is a myth. Any money you put into the dinar should be money you are fully prepared to lose. So, what should a smart, realistic investor do? If you're still intrigued, you need to reframe your mindset. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a very long-term, high-risk geopolitical bet on the future of an entire nation. If, and that's a big if, Iraq can maintain its economic growth, clean up its banking system, tackle corruption, and successfully diversify its economy beyond oil, then yes, the dinar could see gradual, steady strengthening over the next 5 to 10 years. But it won't be an overnight explosion. For most people, your money is likely safer and will grow more predictably in traditional investments like stocks, bonds, or ETFs. Let's bring it all together for the final verdict. Is the Iraqi dinar a good investment in 2025? The short answer is no, not in the traditional sense. It remains a highly speculative asset. While Iraq is undeniably on a path of progress with promising reforms, the road to a strong, stable currency is long and filled with uncertainty. If you are absolutely determined to take the plunge, here's my final advice. Treat it like a lottery ticket, not a retirement plan. Only invest an amount you can afford to watch disappear without losing any sleep. And please, base your decisions on official announcements from the Central Bank of Iraq, not on forum rumors or YouTube comments. The dream of a dinar revaluation is powerful, but reality is often much more boring. The dinar's true worth will ultimately be decided by Iraq's hard work and economic fundamentals, not by wishful thinking. Thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive into the Iraqi dinar. I hope this gave you the clarity you were looking for. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button, and subscribe for more no-nonsense financial analysis. Stay smart, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.